What up, what up, what up, my friends? Live from Chicago Nights. We are live from the streets of Chicago. It's bright out, y'all. The future is looking bright, my friends. So much opportunity in Chicago, it's crazy. I mean, I knew it was going to be a good move, but I was not thinking it was going to be as good as it is. I like it very much. Yes, yes, I do. And if you were on earlier today, I just wanted to do an update to show you, to update you on the strategy. So I can't see with my glasses on. Okay, here we are. I don't think I've done this live. I've talked about it, but I don't think I've captured it live. So I stopped accumulating at $10,000 here to see how much I could make. And I've entered trades and I'm entering trades and exiting trades, right? All the time with the strategy that I talk about, where you don't ever exit a position, you just scale out and add more contracts. So I wanted to show you how to do that live. All right, so here we go. Ready? Okay. So as you can see, I'm up $214 here. I go to that market button there. I want to take 25% profits. Actually, let's take 75%. Actually, let's just take 100%. Okay. So $225. Bam. All right. Now, I lost 185 because I entered a short position, which I shouldn't have, and I knew I shouldn't have. That's why I never short Bitcoin. Every time I short Bitcoin, I get liquidated. So I'm just going to stop doing that. So now, okay, let's look at the tap. We're at 91.25. So I'm down $900. Let's see here. Closed positions. Oh, yeah. See, there's that short right there. Oh, there's some other ones too that I don't remember losing 3 times in a row. What the hell? Mostly green though. See? And that's why I wanted to take that. But we need to re-enter because I feel like it's going to go higher. And, well, it wasn't really a red day, but obviously if you exit, you got to re-enter because you always have to be in a position. Okay? So I'm going to say, let's go with 100,000. Right there in the middle. Could go up, could go down. If it goes, actually, we'll do 50,000. And then if it drops lower down here somewhere, then we'll do 50,000 more. Okay. Now, it's looking pretty bearish right there. That looks like a trend, like we're probably going to go lower. But it's okay because why? Because we will just buy more if it goes lower. Okay, let's zoom out here. And again, this is not a poor man's strategy, but as you can see, price would have to go to 75,000 for me to lose my entire $9,000 stack. Okay. Now, let's say that happened. Let's say that I just entered this position, this long position. Let's say this just keeps going down. Red, 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 red. Okay. Red through all these support. Okay. All these levels below are support. The levels above are resistance, except for this. This is a fair value gap that has been waiting to get filled for weeks now. And it looks like we're slowly heading that way. As you can see, it has been following this green trend line there for a couple weeks now. And so that's why it's on the chart, because it hasn't been disrespected yet. But if we continue this path, we will be up in this fair value gap here pretty soon. By the end of the month, if we continue this trajectory. Okay. So we're on the 3-hour chart here. I'm already down $100. Okay. If you can't stand volatility and seeing red, on being negative, being in the hole, okay, that's part of controlling your emotions and controlling your, like, just barely before I started this video, I was up over $200. And I don't sit and stare at the charts all day long. Sometimes I'll log in, sometimes and I got it on my phone. So, I mean, I am constantly watching it. And as you can see here, this wick here would have been a better place to exit, right? But still, $200 profit is $200 profit to add to the stack, and then you just re-enter your position, a position, okay? And then again, if the price reversed and just continued to go down towards that 75,000 liquidation level, that's why we say it's not a poor man's strategy, because if it does reverse, you don't exit your position. You just continually add to your position the whole ride down. Because this is all about accumulating Bitcoin. It's not about making money and surviving off of trading. It's about accumulating more Bitcoin. That is the strategy. And it is a no-lose strategy when you employ it the right way. And what I mean by a no-lose strategy is accumulating Bitcoin at a lower price is a no-lose strategy, because the cheaper you can buy Bitcoin, the better. So anything, I've showed this before, but I'm going to show it again, okay? Let's see here. We'll go to the weekly. Actually, let's go to the monthly, or the weekly shows it good there. There we go. As you can see, this was the bear market bottom. Or close to it. 15,000 was, but clearly you can see we're still in an upward trending pattern. But we are in a lull. See what it does? It goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. Okay. So if it goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, then what's next here? Is it going to go lower from here? Or is it going to go up and then back down and stay in this channel? This green is the top, green is the bottom, red is the middle. Okay, I'm on my FVGs account now. So this is where I place my trades. And I do charting on here, but mostly I do charting on TradingView. Both those links are in the show notes. Okay. So clearly, I'm going to leave that on there because it's been respected. Okay. So that's the weekly. But, oh yeah, what I wanted to show you is on the weekly, if you draw the Fibonacci, okay, if you buy Bitcoin below the 0.5 on the Fibonacci, so if you're buying Bitcoin right now, you are smart because it's below, you're getting it at a discount. Anything below $103,411, you're buying Bitcoin at a discount. People are scared to buy when it's red like this because they think that it's going to go lower. But all we Bitcoiners care about is that we're getting it at a cheaper price. We didn't buy it up here at 126,000, although we're buying it every day. We're buying it every day. Any disposable cash that we have, we put into Bitcoin. And then we trade it with leverage. And that's why I say that you can buy and hold Bitcoin and hope that it goes up in value over time, or you can, which it will. But if you add just some leverage to what you're already buying anyways, and you trade it like this, you just buy on the red days and scale out on the green days, then you will add to that stack. Instead of that stack of Bitcoin just staying idle, they say Bitcoin doesn't produce a yield. That's true for people who don't know how to trade. When you know how to trade and you use this strategy that I'm teaching you right now for free, which I should be charging, you can just continue to accumulate more and more and more Bitcoin. And then when you have a bunch of Bitcoin locked away in your wallet, in your hardware wallet, and you need some money to borrow, or you need some money to live, you can go now into decentralized finance land, borrow against your Bitcoin stack. And there are companies out there where it has auto repay, I mean. So you never have to, you borrow just a little bit, just a little amount against your stack. And then you pay back the loan when the value of Bitcoin goes up again. That's how much these lenders and these capital allocators believe in Bitcoin, that they will let you borrow against it, and you never even have to pay. You never even have to pay it back. The loan. It's like infinite banking and insurance, because the asset is just appreciating at such a rapid rate. So as long as you don't over leverage, so you borrow like 10%, right? Say you have $100,000. You can borrow 10 grand, And then when the price of Bitcoin goes up to, or goes up in value, and that one Bitcoin is, so let's say you borrow, or you have one Bitcoin, and that one Bitcoin is worth 100 grand. The price of that Bitcoin is 100 grand. You borrow 10%, 10 grand. Price of Bitcoin goes up to 110. Okay. Are you with me? Follow me? Price of Bitcoin goes up to 110, right? And then that automatically pays back the 10,000 that you borrowed. Does that make sense? That's how you would pay that loan off. You would just wait for it to increase in value, and you just do it smart. You don't over leverage yourself, and you can live off of the Bitcoin that you stack. How long could you live off of 10 grand? Not that long in Chicago, unless you're living cheaply like me. But there's lots of places you could go around the world. 10 grand lasts a long time. You could last a year in some places on 10 grand. Shit, I was in Costa Rica. 10 grand would, I lived on $2,500 in Costa Rica for 3 months. So you could live like a king for 3 months in Costa Rica on 10 grand, or go to Bali or somewhere like that. That's what you want to do as a sovereign, free individual. Expand your horizons, meet more people. All right. So as long as you're buying Bitcoin below 103,000, you are good to go. Excuse me. So I just want to make a quick video so that I could show you how to do that. If you want to see it again, rewind this video. You will see me. I guess I didn't scale out. I closed the entire position, but I'll show you again real quick just to recap. If you wanted to just scale out and not add, or I mean, then you would go like this. That would be 25%, 50, 75, 100. Closed whatever amount. If I did it right now, I would lose $49 plus fees. So obviously I'm not going to do that. But what I should have done was I should have just done 50% probably, but it's okay. Next time. And hopefully if it drops lower, I'm going to add more contracts. So I'll do another video when that time comes. Until next time, peace, love, prosperity. I love you. Peace.